and blocked federal patrol agents. There's a lot going on down there. Normally, we would be reporting on, from a war perspective, Israel, Hamas, Ukraine, and Russia. However, this is actually a situation that's unfolding right here on U.S. soil. The Biden administration wants to cut and remove the razor wire at the southern Texas border, but Texas Governor Greg Abbott disagrees and does not want to do that. And ultimately, there are decisions that are being held to federalize the Texas Border Patrol in order to basically take the power completely away from the state of Texas in order to just override Texas Governor Greg Abbott's decision to be able to leave the razor wire in place. Area state senators are calling for thousands of Ohio National Guard troops to be deployed at the Texas border. Okay. So Border Patrol has no plans. Texas Border Patrol has no plans to remove the razor wire that was set up by Texas. There's this big, huge feud taking place between the Biden administration and Texas Governor Greg Abbott. In addition, GOP governors have already sent troops to Texas amid civil war fears. 25 states with Republican governors have all signed letters supporting Texas in the border control fight. So this is exploding, guys. This is actually becoming a very huge situation here in the United States. If you guys are just now tuning in, definitely hit the like button for the video to support the content, push this out to even more people to be able to see this. Also, if you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel. So yeah, this situation is unfolding as we speak here. Texas has seized part of the U.S.-Mexico border and blocked federal patrol agents. Ultimately, in Eagle Pass, Texas, has turned into this big, huge epicenter. Most people have never even heard of Eagle Pass. So Eagle Pass, Texas, has turned into the epicenter of a growing feud between Texas and federal authorities on how to tackle the migrant crisis that has and of course, who has jurisdiction over the part of the U.S.-Mexico border, which is an interesting question because when you think of the border of the United States, you think it's probably controlled by the feds, by the federal level of control. But here, Texas is arguing that this is Texas jurisdiction. There's an invasion taking place into the state of Texas. This is private property. And so that's the stance that Texas is taking on this. President Trump, or former President Donald Trump, urges states to surge National Guard to Texas as Greg Abbott stands off against the Biden administration as Biden accelerates. So, I don't know if you guys saw my live last night. Trump's lawyer, Alina Abbott, literally went off on she went off on live TV yesterday after Trump's trial. As soon as she walked out of the courtroom, you guys can check that video out right after this one. And if you haven't seen it, she goes in. But basically, Trump urges states to surge National Guard to Texas as Abbott stands off with Biden accelerates here. And the Supreme Court this week allowed the federal government to keep cutting border wire. Now, I want you guys to just drop me a quick comment down below. Do you support the federal government stepping in and taking the power away from state-run Governor Greg Abbott to go ahead and cut the razor wire at the border? Or are you more siding with the Biden administration? Or do you side with the Texas Governor Greg Abbott, whereby leaving the razor wire in place to protect the border is more along the lines of what should be done? So let me know, do you support President Biden in cutting the wire, or do you support Texas Governor Greg Abbott and leaving the razor wire in place? So former President Donald Trump just 2 days ago gave his backing to Texas Governor Greg Abbott amid the latter's feud with the Biden administration over the border security, urging states to be able to send their National Guards to the border, and ultimately promising to work hand in hand with the state to combat the invasion if, in fact, Donald Trump is inaugurated again in January 2025. So we've got posts all over Truth Social right now. Basically, Trump's backing Greg Abbott. And he accused President Biden of fighting to essentially tie the hands of the Republican governors so that the invasion can continue unchecked. Again, I want to hear from you guys. Where do you stand? I'm checking in the comments now. Drop a one in the comments if you support Biden by removing the razor wire. Drop a two if you support Governor Greg Abbott of Texas in leaving the razor wire in place. I'm going to check back in a second and see what you guys are saying in the comment section down below. By the way, if you guys are able to see and hear me, just drop me a quick message, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know we're doing good, okay, on video, audio, and visual here. But yeah, this is exploding, guys. This is exploding. The Supreme Court this week found that the administration's favor. The Supreme Court this week found in the administration's favor when it granted an emergency appeal to allow agents to keep cutting the border wire set up by Texas along the border after a lower court had blocked the administration from doing so. So the two sides have been feuding since 2021 when the migrant crisis escalated and Texas launched their Operation Lone Star to surge resources to the border. The administration recently sued over an illegal immigration law that allows state and local law enforcement to arrest illegal immigrants. It was also sued over the state's setting up of buoys in the Rio Grande River. The administration says that the immigration enforcement is set up to it's up to the federal government, and Texas is interfering. Very, very interesting turn of events here. Now, again, there are 25 states with Republican governors that have signed letters supporting Texas in a border control fight. Many are concerned that this could literally spill into an all-out civil war situation. And certain senators are, in addition to Trump, not that Trump's a senator, but certain senators are actually suggesting that and advocating to sending troops, National Guard troops, down to the southern border ahead of any type of a civil war outbreak. So I want to share with you guys. The 25 states. So there's 25 states. Real quick, take a look at your screen right now. I'm gonna share with you guys the 25 states. I'm gonna read them out to you, but I just want you to see the map here. So you got 25 states here who are in support of Governor Greg Abbott in leaving the razor wire in place to prevent or deter further illegal border crossings. So what we're looking at here, let's see. So what we're looking at here is the 25 states. We've got Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Texas, Tennessee, Utah, Virginia, West Virginia, and Wyoming. So these are all of the states that are on board. Vermont Governor Phil Scott is the only Republican governor who did not sign the statement to support Abbott. It makes you kind of wonder why he didn't get on board with the remaining Republicans to support. Your guess is as good as mine. As part of Operation Lone Star, Abbott's $11 billion border security initiative, Texas has implemented several measures to block migrants from entering the state, including setting up razor wire, placing large water buoys in the Rio Grande, and building segments of a state border wall. So drop me some comments, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this. Are you concerned at all about a potential civil war outbreak? On Monday, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that the federal agents can remove the razor wire after the federal government earlier this month sought an emergency ruling. So yeah, the Biden administration is basically, it looks like the Biden administration is trying to take the power away from the states. And I don't know if this is a good thing. I don't know if this is a good thing that the states can't manage themselves. And this is a reason why we have 50 states versus one nation and no states. But let's see what you guys are saying. So I got a lot of twos in the comments supporting Texas Governor Greg Abbott in leaving the razor wire in place. Um, Very, very interesting. Where are you guys watching from, by the way? Just let me know what state you guys are watching from. Because, like I said, literally, it is divided. We have a divided nation at this point. We're having 25 states supporting Greg Abbott, and with signatures from the governors. Obviously, without the 25 signatures of states that aren't in support of it, is essentially saying that 25 states are not in support and are supporting President Joe Biden's decision to attempt to remove the razor wire at the border. Obviously, I've already shared with you guys the Supreme Court's decision, but yeah, this is a developing story, and I just wanted to quickly get this information out to you guys. If you haven't already, do hit the like button for the video. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And for those of you who are just now joining the channel, who are just now tuning in, basically the situation is this. Texas has seized part of the U.S.-Mexico border and blocked federal border patrol agents. Okay. The Biden administration ultimately wants to be able to cut and to remove the razor wire at the southern Texas border, but Texas Governor Greg Abbott disagrees and doesn't want to do that. So basically, at this point, there's discussions that are being had to federalize the Texas Border Patrol in order to just completely relinquish and take away the power from the state of Texas in order to be able to just kind of bypass Texas Governor Greg Abbott and be able to just completely override Texas State Governor Greg Abbott, remove the razor wire at the Texas border. Now, area state senators are calling for thousands of Ohio National Guard troops to be deployed at the Texas border. Border Patrol has no plans on removing the razor wire set up by Texas amid the feud with the Biden administration and Texas Governor Greg Abbott. The GOP senators have already sent troops to Texas amid civil war fears. And of course, I shared with you guys the 25 states with Republican governors, all Republican governors having signed the letter supporting Texas in the border control fight. All of the Republican governors, except for one governor who happens to be a Republican in the state of Vermont. Your guess is as good as mine in terms of why he didn't support. But literally, we have a 50% divided nation here in the country. It's getting wild, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Definitely hit the like button if you appreciate the information, if you appreciate being informed. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this and others. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.